Brian Michael Bendis and Scott Godlewski reveal the true villain behind the Great Darkness as the combined forces of the Justice League and the Legion of Superheroes discover a great conspiracy from throughout time. Brian Michael Bendis begins piecing together his time travel story as the heroes come back together and share their information they've learned while scattered throughout time. While last issue I had some balancing problems thanks to everyone being spread about in different eras and the book jumping around between these eras, this issue streamlines it all a bit and refocuses us on Gold Lantern's importance in battling the Great Darkness and how his ring can help combat it. Bendis also begins paying off some of the smaller plot points he's laid out through the series, like Triplicate Girl and her being re-merged together, which leads to the big bad being revealed, which is Vandal Savage. I'm very excited for Vandal to finally return to his more villainous roots after kind of being neutral for a while there as he joined the Totality with other Justice League and Legion of Doom members. So getting the world-conquering Vandal Savage back is fantastic, and I love that his whole reasoning for this, as explained in the last couple of pages, is that he just hates heroes so much and just wants to rule time. Classic Vandal Savage stuff. Scott Godlewski again draws a lovely book favouring deep and dark purples, blacks and whites this issue thanks to the darkness taking over everything and bathing it in its doomed light. I love the ending pages being completely done in a white void with only Vandal there alive to help sell visually that everything has been wiped away and he's the only one left. Justice League vs. the Legion of Superheroes issue 5 begun to lay out the cards of the series on the table, revealing the very fun villain behind everything as the series begins to wrap up its plot. I'm going to give this issue a 7 out of 10. Justice League vs. the Legion of Superheroes issue 5 finds Batman asking about the Gold Lantern ring, wanting to see the ring as Black Adam tells the Legion that recently they were warned about the Gold Lantern ring and how they would find it when the world comes apart. Brainiac asks Kala to hand over the ring as he learns that the time traveler Epoch was looking for the ring. Kala doesn't know who Epoch is, so he asks the ring but it doesn't respond to him. Timberwolf thinks that since this is Legion business, it should be handled by them, but Wonder Woman reminds them that they are all in this together, as Brainiac notices the ring is made and uses an energy he's never encountered before, and maybe the League can examine it with some fresh eyes. Kala explains that the ring was given to him by the Elders of Oa, making Hawkgirl wonder if they can get a hold of a Green Lantern for some help. Everyone begins arguing and talking over one another, frustrating Kala, who speeds out into the sky above the Hall of Justice, but the heroes follow him, getting to see the Great Darkness up close and personal. Kala tells them that this isn't because of him and he took an oath of the Lantern and the League are wasting time with their false accusations. The darkness begins to move as it spits out the headquarters of the Legion of Doom. Wonder Woman recognizes it as the same one that they encountered in the swamp when they found Epoch. Superman finds that there is no one inside and it's broken and powered down as Dawnstar asks Kala to let Batman have the ring. The team head back down into the Hall of Justice where Kala gives up the ring, explaining that it responds to his will and it allows him extrasensory perceptions beyond what his people are used to. Batman points out that there is nothing about the ring that they have seen in the 21st century, and the heroes find it frustrating that they are no closer to the answers, despite being bounced all over time and space with nothing to show for it. However, Saturn Girl doesn't think that's true, seeing thanks to the Great Darkness, they have experienced quite a few things and the darkness took them to places to show them clues, and they each now have a clue that when put together could reveal who is behind this. The heroes regale each other with their respective adventures to the prehistoric time, run-ins with Jonah Hex, Leviathan, and Alan Scott, among other things, as Dr. Fate contacts the group, telling them that the Legion of Doom HQ outside is radiating undefined energies. Shadowlass says that it has absorbed some of the Great Darkness, as Brainiac scans the ship, wanting to know where it came from and who made it, as Superman tells him that Lex Luthor originally designed it along with the original Brainiac. Naomi meanwhile tells Saturn Girl that she doesn't like the lack of control of the situation they are in, but Saturn Girl reminds her they only control the moment, as the Triplicate Girls think it's time for them to merge back together as one. Saturn Girl comes to help them and keep an eye on them as the Triplicates all hold hands, linking their minds and emotions once more and returning the pink Triplicate Girl to her youthful self. Rose meanwhile tells Batman of a weird idea she has, thinking how this Great Darkness is about the age of heroes, from Jonah Hex all the way up to the Legion. She thinks that someone is trying to destroy the age of heroes, so the team want to assemble a task force to go after Epoch within the timeline, but Triplicate Girl stops them, asking Batman who Vandal Savage is, having seen his face when they merged back together. Batman tells them of the failed immortal conqueror as the Great Darkness suddenly consumes them all. The darkness fades into a white void as Vandal Savage walks out of it, knowing that the world was better without the Age of Heroes since they ruined everything, so he decided to get rid of it and now it no longer exists. He tells the trapped heroes that he could have done this without them even knowing, but the part where they felt the burn of the Great Darkness was his gift to himself and he had to endure a great deal from them. Vandal tires of talking with them, leaving the darkness to consume all of the heroes and end the Age of Heroes once and for all.